morning. Good morning. Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, perfect, perfect. All right, guys, sorry for the delay, but let's get right to it. So, on the dollar, guys, we have just a bit of a mix up or change up, rather, not a mix up. So, that change up is right here where I have the circle highlighted, where we have these two. This is pretty much an indecision doji, and then this is a hammer candle. And as you guys can see from here, we just started to rise up. Okay, so if we look at the dollar from a higher time frame, okay, you guys can see. One moment. Okay, you guys can see that we're at, if we, this is where price currently is. If we just look left, which means, looking in the past, we can see that there's another swing point. Okay, so we have price falling and then rising significantly, okay, giving us this V shape. So when we get these are swings, right? It's swinging from one direction to another. That's why we call these swing points. Okay, let me get this a little better. Okay, I think you guys should be able to see that, right? And so if I put me a support line near this swing, again, you guys can see how the candles are technically respecting this area. All right, and it was having a hard time getting below here, and it just kept rising. So after we did our dance, right, we went up sideways, went down. Now we're right back to the same place that we were in the past. Okay, and what's making this such a significant area is that we're falling down into it in a falling channel or falling wedge kind of manner. All right, so take a look when we go down to the lower time frame. So from the daily to the 2 hour, and now you guys can see, we see all the down movement, right? So news, news, most likely, and then here we go, right? Just the rest of the dollar falling from all of that. But now we're at this major level of support and we're respecting it once again. Okay. So from there, we're starting to rise. And here, this little yellow dot, if you guys can see that, this was the low of yesterday. Okay. So sometime, yesterday we broke that low. Okay. So around, let's say like 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, we broke that low. Oh, we can see it here, 7 o'clock. All right. It was actually 7. So we broke that low, and now we're back inside of it, right? We made a big push back inside, and after this move up, this is just simply a pullback that it's doing right now, and it's getting ready to either um, tap a order block that sits in here, because again, we did break a level, right? We didn't break this swing, okay, but we did break this support or resistance level that sat like this, all right? So again, guys, just trying to get you set up for, what the dollar's looking like, so we'll know what to do with our major pairs, gold, oil, and the indices, okay? This is how we do it. Here, yeah, it was that level, okay? And you can't see it. It doesn't look like much on the 2 hour, but like if we go down to, let's say, the 15-minute, okay, now you can see that level more clearly, right? It even looks like, consolidation to a degree, okay? There it is. So we broke above that, and now we're pulling back. So when we look at the 15 minutes, guys, breaking this high, this is also, a level that we broke. And I mean, a swing, a little tiny swing on the 15-minute that we broke. And then here's our consolidation that we also broke above. So what caused, the break, right? Well, we have to look down to see where was that last bear candle before the push up. And oop, there it is. right at support. So we can highlight this, okay, as our order block. Okay. Now, the only thing that, you know, is not making this technically a valid order block is that we did not create imbalance, okay? Meaning there's no gaps between the candles, okay, as we push up. So, um, with that, it doesn't make it the best order block. Let's just put it that way. So I can see here this red candle. Let me try to zoom this in for you guys. Okay, this red candle, after this one, we did create just a little bit from here to here. It's not much, right? So again, it's just one that you probably won't look at as a valid order block too much. And again, I see a little gap right here as well, but it's just not a whole lot. Okay, the 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 gap that that's visible is this one, from this candle to this one, and there you have that gap. But then that's just the fair value gap. Somewhere down here, one of these candles on the lower time frame would have been the order block. And guess what? We pulled back directly to that area for the order block, and then we started to rise. But we're still respecting, this little level to the left. Okay, so what we want to do, guys, is we can place a Fibonacci on right now. Right, let me clean this up a little bit. Okay, so taking Fibonacci from the low to the high. All right, and we're getting a rejection off the 61.8 so far. So let's go ahead and set some alerts to let us know that if the dollar's going higher. Okay, and then I'll set a few just to know if it's dropping a little bit. All right, we do have news for the dollar at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's for the U.S. Consumer something. I'll tell it to you guys in a second. Consumer confidence. All right. It was 102 before. They're thinking that it's going to be 101. All right. Says level of a composite index based on surveyed households. All right. Actual is greater than forecasted. Oh, I'm sorry. If the actual is greater than forecasted, that's good for the currency. So the forecasted is 101. So I'm assuming anything above 101 is going to be good for the dollar. So the dollar is already looking like it wants, it's already given us a change of character. Okay, guys, from going down to now going up, all right, or giving us uptrend market structure on this lower time frame on the 15-minute, right? We don't see much of a change on the higher time frame, but when you go to the lower, you get all the details and you're starting to see market structure change. Again, guys, market structure is king. Okay, you guys got to learn that, because if you don't, you're gonna have a hard time. All right. Um, Financial confidence is a leading indicator of consumer spending. Okay, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. Surveyed about a survey of about 3,000 households, which asked respondents to rate the level of current and future economic conditions in both labor activity, business conditions, and overall economic situations. All right. So again, we're the consumer, right? You know what I mean? So this is a survey that was somehow, given to us, and we answered questions on, what we think, uh, the current and future economic conditions are, right, regarding labor, right, businesses, and overall economic stuff. So who knows what it's going to turn out? But it supposedly, if the numbers come out good, if we, say, hey, we think the economy's doing good and the future is going to be doing good, then that number might come out good and cause the dollar to rise. All right, but we may also say that oh no, the future's bad, the present is bad, and the numbers may come out lower, and the dollar could still fall. Okay, so um, as of now, right, I'm going to be looking for the dollar to rise simply because I'm seeing this change of character on the 15-minute time frame. Now, unless we start falling, okay, and we get below support, right? I'm not going to be bearish. Okay, I need price to now come on down, right? Break support, retest, and do one of these. If we do this, then I'm like, okay, dollar's going down. But if we come all the way down here, right, and start doing one of these, okay, that means we're still respecting that major area of support. And most likely, if we do one of these, okay, now we're probably going to start rising. Okay, it's just what it is. So for the most part, guys, around 10 o'clock is when we're going to get that news, and you guys will have to, have the alert set and kind of, get ready to see, what the results are and how the chart is reacting to it. So within, 30 minutes to an hour, you may get just a knee-jerk reaction, right? Trying to trap you guys, right? It'll try to make a push down, like the news might be good, but you may see the dollar falling because it wants to fake you guys out, right? It wants to get you going short so that it can really turn around and go long, right? So don't just trade right off of the, when the news actually comes out, right? Don't trade right then. Try to give it some time before. One moment, hold on, just 1 second. Okay, try to give it some, a little breathing room, right? So don't make too much of a decision until 11 a.m. Eastern time, and then things will be a lot more clear, right? The knee-jerk reaction will be over with, and what you'll be seeing around that time is the more concrete movement. All right. So either way, let me get a few more alerts set here, and then we'll go looking for our plays. Sorry to take up too much time, guys. Here we go. Okay, our dollar still looks bullish. It broke yesterday's high. So technically, this would mean that it wants to continue rising higher. Just want to set some alerts. All right, we'll come back to this. Again, right now, our dollar looks very bullish. All right, making perfect uptrend market structure. Run, pull back, run, pull back. Mitigated this order block, and now we're pushing up. So this will be the perfect time to buy, honestly. Okay. Um, but man, it's going to be tough because, okay, you know, here's one of those situations, right, where, you have to go with market structure. Okay. So let me explain this really quick. Okay. I'm expecting the dollar to rise up. Okay. And if it does, typically a pair like the odd dollar, it will cause it to fall. Okay. But when I'm looking at the odd dollar, right, it broke yesterday's high. it made an order block. Again, it didn't really make too much of an imbalance, okay? But still, this was the initiation before the break of this high, right? Pull back directly to that same area that it took off from. And now it's starting to rise, and it looks like my alerts are about to go off a little bit on the odd dollar. So to be honest, I think I'm going to take a position just like this with my stop right below the order block, and I'm going to aim for 1 to 2. Okay, there it is. So 33 pips for a 16 pip stop loss. Now again, that's not a whole lot, right, in terms of pips, but the setup looks good, okay? The only thing that would concern me is if we somehow get up to this resistance level and reject it and fall. So, you know what? I'm probably not going to take it, all right? And it's for that reason. So, as much as this looks good for a buy, um, just the resistance level that it has here is a bit concerning because, it stayed here for about 4 to 5 hours, right, before it started to go down. Okay, so again, I probably just want to see a nice break above that, and then even still, we got this wick that's also, where the bulls pushed up, but the bears rejected it, and that's why you have that wick. So we kind of have two areas that are a bit of a concern. So it makes it more like a zone than just, a resistance line or resistance point. So I won't buy it for now. Again, I'll just wait. All right. Guys, you got to realize, when to not trade, right? You know what I mean? Again, you can do whatever you want to do, right? I still could have took this for a buy, but because the dollar is starting to give bullish vibes, right? I want to see something that screams out more bearishness. That way I can feel a bit more confident that I have something that should, um, uh, um, what's the word? Just set this on fire, right? Support it in a way, or be a catalyst. That's what I was looking for, a catalyst to this rising some more, okay? But I'm not getting that just yet. So I'm just going to chill, right? I find out, well, for me, guys, I realize that the more patient you are, the more you get rewarded. All right. And that's just that. All right. Let's move on. Euro USD. Okay, guys, look at that. Rising, 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 right? Here you see institutions, big candles, institutions, big candles, right? So here was yesterday's high, and here was the low. Okay, coming down to the 4 hour. And what we can see is we're respecting the high, all right, which is probably really about there. Okay, and the low is probably about there. Let's get this right. Okay. So again, overall uptrend, but when we look left, we can see this level of resistance. Okay, which is sort of like, most likely this is an order block. All right, that has now been mitigated, right? So we took a big push down and eventually crawl right back up to it, rejecting it, guys. This happens so much. And again, if you guys can spot this, you're gonna have you're gonna have some success with your trading. All right. But now that we're rising up here, see if we got any kind of trend line. All right, kind of forcing it a little bit, but at the same token, I can get rid of these order blocks. They've been mitigated, right? So we did create imbalance before we broke structure, right? And then we pulled back and grabbed or mitigated each one of these order blocks before we pushed up. But when we pushed up, we fell to break this previous high, all right? So that's giving me little indications that price may want to reverse. All right. Yes, we're getting all of these wicks stating that, the sellers are getting rejected. Okay. But at the same token, we're getting wicks at the top where the buyers are getting rejected. So we're in a state of indecision, if you will. All right. And you guys just have to know how to read that from time to time. That way you won't just get into things prematurely. All right. You want to see clear signs that, price is doing this or that. Right. But again, got our alert set and we will know whether or not, it begins to rise or fall. All right. So we'll leave it like this. All right. And let's move on. So again, euro dollar is very bullish, right, from a market structure on a higher time frame, right? I said that it broke yesterday's high, but it really didn't. It respected it, okay, and it's currently respecting it. Right, it's currently respecting it, and we may break it, right? But we don't know yet because I'm pretty sure all of this indecision is just waiting on news. Okay? And we just got to be patient. All right, so reviewed our dollar, reviewed euro dollar. Both of them are, showing bullish because the dollar's been falling for so. Dollar alert has gone off. Let's see what it's doing. All right, 15 minutes. And look, we're still respecting this area. So let me just kind of outline this a little bit. Okay, there you go. There you have it. Now this is looking promising, all right? Because what this means is this falling wedge that we have, right? Coming into this major level of support, we ended up making a double bottom right here. And then we broke structure. We had a change of character, right? Breaking these structure levels. We broke out of the rising wedge, and now we've pulled back to the rising wedge, and now we're starting to respect it, and price is starting to push up. Again, we also are bouncing off a Fibonacci level, okay? So I'm having multiple things, guys, that are telling me to buy, okay? Or that price is trying to rise, okay? Let me review that again. Falling wedge into a major level of support. That is a bullish reversal pattern. Okay, that's number one. Double top or double bottom into a major level of support. That's number two. Okay, the break of the rising channel. Right, we broke out of that. That's number three. The pullback. Okay, uh, candle right after that. That's number four. All right. So I'm having all of these things. What is the last thing that I need? Well, to be honest, because news is pending, I need that to be positive, right? So it can be a catalyst to push this further up, okay? Because again, even though we have all of these things that are telling us to buy, it's still on a lower time frame, right? So it doesn't hold that much weight. If I was getting all of this on a higher time frame, then I would absolutely, be more confident. Okay. But like if we go to the 1 hour, right? Okay. Now we can still see that here, 2 hours, it pulled back. Almost 2 hours right now. It's been respecting support. So if I get that bull candle to show up for another hour, that's bigger than this candle. Yeah, I'm pretty much confident at that point that we're gonna head up at least to whatever swing points we see to the left. That's how that goes, guys. All right. So get a bull candle to come up here, right? Then we're gonna start doing one of these. Boom, 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 boom. Right? That's how it'll be. All right. And with that, we'll make a lot of money, selling, euro dollar, odd dollar, et cetera, right? I think a lot of the things that are correlated with the dollar are looking, like they could turn from bullish to bearish. That's, the majors as well as these indices. Okay, so let's I'm going to review all of this pretty quick now. So give me a second. All right, so Euro USD might turn around. Pound dollar. All right, let's see. So yep, highs and the lows. We're respecting the highs, and you guys can see from that higher time frame. Look, we're just making perfect uptrend market structure, right? But now coming on down, and now we're going sideways. Okay, and that order block really is probably here from the 2 hour, but let's see. Yeah, it's really here. Okay, unmitigated, and we could probably go and pick this up easily. 100 pips in the bank. All right. So right now, it created this high, created another high, equal highs. All right. So this would be technically a double top, right? But, we just haven't broke the neckline. So it's not officially a double top. We may have a triple top because it came up, pulled down, came up again, pulled down, it came up one more time. And this may be the kicker before, we end up falling. All right. But let's just get the alert set and we'll move on. Okay, are you guys able to see my screen? I'm getting some error messages here. Okay, are you guys able to see my screen and can you guys still hear me? All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right, Ghost. Yeah, it's weird. It was giving me some error messages. Okay, but please, guys, please let me know if you uh are not able to see my screen, like if it goes away for some reason, or if you guys can no longer hear me speaking. Just want to make sure that this is giving me accurate information. All right, but here we go. So I'm looking. Um, yeah, I mean this is just really consolidation right now, and if I look on the lower time frame, yeah, guys, this is looking like a triple top for right now, and we're probably gonna start to fall. Okay, but it's not there yet. New Zealand dollar. All right, now I actually sold New Zealand dollar when it did this break and this retest. So I'm probably, I was up about 20 pips and now I'm probably up about 3 to 4 pips. Regardless, this is already giving, the indication of price wanting to fall. So, you know, here's that uptrend once again because the dollar was falling. But now we get this funky, uh, uh, wedge, like going up into this level of resistance. So let's just make sure that was the high of yesterday. It was okay. So again, coming down to the lower time frame, and you guys can now see how we respected the high and rejected it. Okay, then we started pushing down, broke this bit of a wedge. It doesn't look like much here on the higher time frame, but again, lower time frame, there you go. Now you see the structure clear, right? And then sideways break, okay? So here is that order block sitting right here, okay? Because we had imbalance that broke this low or this structure level as well as this low. All right. And it respected the lows over here to the left. But all I'm getting at is that this order block will most likely get tested. Okay, it looks like it almost got there. All right. But this is an order block that is technically unmitigated. So I'm assuming that we're going to push up into the order block. And at that point, we'll finally go ahead and push down to mitigate this order block that's sitting down here in this zone, which is really a little tight like this, right? Order block, last bear candle before push up, or last bull candle before push down, breaking, lows or highs. All right, guys. So here, all right, and let's get these alerts going. So guys, if I'm telling you anything, it's that the major pairs, R dollar, Euro dollar, New Zealand dollar, pound dollar, they were bullish, but they can easily turn bearish today, especially if the news that comes out for the dollar at 10 a.m. is good. Okay. Um, uh, the we're gonna look at the other pairs, the dollar-based pairs, all right, which for the most part should start to look bullish. Okay. All right. Now, USD CAD does not look bullish whatsoever. Okay. Now, here, when I look left, I do see this support level. All right there. Okay. So that definitely looks like it can reject it and start to rise. But just as of right now, we're definitely going down on the dollar CAD, right? So I can even, illustrate this a little better for you guys. Boom, right? Trend line break right here. And now we haven't really gotten the retest, okay? It doesn't matter. But that trend line break gives us, from going up to now going down, right? So price would have to respect this level of support and do like it did over here, right? It gave us these tweezer tops where we had one bear candle, it respected it, then a bull candle, right? That was here. So we haven't gotten the bull candle yet, all right, at least on the daily time frame. So if we go down looking at the lower time frame, okay, now we're starting to get, some kind of rejection here, all right? And boom, there's our bull candle showing up on the 30-minute time frame, all right? So we can set some alerts. Okay, get it down here and down here. All right, and then we'll see what's what. All right, but so far we broke the low of yesterday. Okay, and we've now gotten to this major support area where we could potentially rise, but we could still also fall. Okay, guys, so this is very indecisive at the moment. But the very good thing is that we are at a major level of support where we started to show some respect. And again, if the news comes out good, then I will be looking to buy the dollar CAD. All right. So again, guys, hopefully you guys are seeing this for what it is, and you guys will be able to make those uh, important decisions when the time comes regarding these pairs, these major pairs. Right now, dollar CHF. All right, I've already bought it. All right, I bought dollar CHF, and my stop loss is somewhere behind. Here like it was I put at this even number 87,800. Right, so that's what my position looks like, and I've already sent this to the team to let them know. Hey, listen, we had this huge drop. Right, this is a lot of imbalance, guys. This imbalance has not been balanced. Okay, so we need to balance this out at some point, and this is giving tattletale signs that it wants to rise. Okay, hasn't done it yet, but a falling channel into a major level of support, right, with bulls starting to rise from it, is definitely a bullish reversal chart pattern. All right, so Google it, guys. Falling channel. All right, and we've made a lot of money off of rising channels and falling channels. I think that this won't be any different, right? It's just that it's in the beginning stages of getting ready to make that move. So what needs to happen for this to, so you see all of this and you're so excited, right? Now, granted, I'm a vet, right? So I took it early, right? I bought from the low right here, and I'm a little, but the way what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to wait until it breaks out of the channel, all right, and then comes back and retests the channel, respecting it as support, and then having some bulls show up. That's the way that's. If it's going to do all of that, and you have a chance to buy it low, right? Why not? Do you understand what I'm saying? Stop loss, and you can have a bigger gain, a bigger return. So by the time it does all of this, you've made 50, 60 pips, and you can, be done for the day, right? But that's, those are your options when you just kind of, know what you got, or know what you're doing, rather. So, guys, this is going to be the play that I'm really excited to see what happens when news hits, okay? Because I expect it to just take off and fill all this imbalance. And what we're looking at, right, is roughly, let's take it from where price is all the way up 200 pips, guys. All right, 200 pips on dollar CHF. And it's possible, right? It says, what, 2 days to get 200 pips, so 100 pips a day. Let's look left. What happened right here? From here to here, that's 161 pips, and it did that in 20 hours. Okay, guys, just want you to know that. And I'm pretty sure this was a day that news came, right? Tuesday, 9 p.m. But still, I'm sure something was a catalyst to this. And here we go again. We got news at 10, a catalyst. You can push it right on up for 200 pips, guys. Dollar CHF. Please, please pay attention to it. All right, let's get some alerts going. All right, I told you guys about gold and my weekly watch list, and right out the gate on Sunday, gold took off. All right, so my team, we already won our goal. We kind of got back into it for another buy. Right there it is, and we're a little bit in profit. But again, because the dollar looks like it may rise, gold may start to fall. Right, but I've seen it where the dollar is rising and gold is still rising at the same time. All right. Gold has broken some, 6 months high, something like that. Forgot what it was, but with all that news, as well as what's going on economically, gold can still continue to rise because there's turmoil and there's uncertainty, and gold is always that safe haven for investors and traders alike. All right, but dollar CHF, guys, is the play. All right. So keep your eyes on that. Dollar JPY, not so much. Right. To be honest, guys, I'm staying away from dollar JPY because, yeah, it's giving me wick rejection. Yes, it can rise, but I just don't like the way it looks. All right. Um, it broke the low of yesterday. Okay. And it is rejecting, just like it showed all this rejection here. It is rejecting, so it could rise. But when I'm looking at it on the lower time frame, look, this looks like a clean, move to the downside, right? Just a break of the low, a retest, mitigating that order block, and now pushing down. So it just looks bearish, and I'm going to leave it alone, guys. I really won't touch dollar JPY because of the structure. Like, even if it begins to rise, like, it has to break above this for me to be confident. And let me see if it does. What are we looking at? 50 to 60 pips, possibly more. Okay, and, you guys can read it for how you see it, right? But for me right now, this structure is just definitely showing that it wants to fall. And I've seen this a lot of times where the dollar is rising, and I'm expecting the USD JPY to rise, but it's not. Power on us sometimes, and it just keeps pushing the dollar down, even though the dollar is stronger against like other currencies. It's just weird. I don't I don't get too rattled, right? I just go with structure, right? Structure showing down, I'm looking to sell. Structure is going up, I'm looking to buy. It's just that simple. All right. So it's not feelings. All right. It's structure. All right. That's what separates the rookies from the pros. All right. Gold again. Um, you know, I'm sticking in it for the buy. So if it happens to push down and hit my stop loss here at 2001, it is what it is, right? I'm willing to lose that. Maybe, I don't know, because I'm not really super bearish on gold, just to put it that way. All right. You can see, look at this, rising, 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 rising. So maybe we'll get that pullback and then, begin to rise again. I don't know, but I'm just betting on gold to rise with the bullish structure, and I'm keeping it as such. I've already won this. I probably won this, right? I've gotten all the money from gold rising. Now it's currently in profit, falling, right? Dollar is falling. You see what I'm saying? So again, guys, all of this is just you reading, what's potentially going to happen before. Unfortunately, we can't, jump into a trade right away, and it's not always like that, right? Sometimes, these things are ready to go. Most times they're not, right? So, Tuesdays, which is today, Wednesdays and Thursdays are the days that things get to moving, all right? So trust when it comes about 10, 11 o'clock, the stock market is open, Forex is open, or at least the news is gone, by that time, and things will start to rock and roll. All right. So even though we got that little push, guys, this can easily turn into a bull candle and start to take off. So don't get, you know, don't try to do stuff around this time. Things are too jumpy, right? They're just trying to set themselves up to, give you uh, for the entire day. So just afternoons, right? So just relax and just mark up the charts, analyze it, and then come back to it at the right time. All right. So again, I'm still bullish on gold, and you guys can see my position here. I'm aiming for 2047. Got in at 215 and 2001 is my stop loss. All right. Over to oil. So I told my team to get out of this. We were selling it, but now it's looking a little bullish. Um, but typically, when the dollar rises, oil will usually fall. Not all the time, but usually it will fall. Um, but as of right now, it's just looking like it could turn around, right? Nice bullish engulfing candle. We created these equal lows, right? It mitigated this order block that it had from making this higher low. So it looks like it can be bullish, and I'm still in it for a sell, but I know uh, what it was. So I just kind of told the team, hey, listen, things are turning around. If you guys want to stay in, feel free. But this we had our stop loss above this swing. We brought it lower, so we're taking less than a dollar loss on oil. It's like 50 cents, something like that. That's like a 50 pip stop loss roughly. All right, but just setting some alerts, and we'll see how it goes. But as of right now, oil looks just like you see down, 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 right? Pushing down. But now, you know, it's the way it's falling here, it gives that wedge kind of, or descending triangle, right? That's what that tune this. All right, here we go. And probably a little more like that. All right, so stretch it out. And yeah, it's giving that, right? Again, it can fall, but it's looking a little bullish, all right? With dollar, we used to see all red. Okay, this candle was super red. It was pushing down into the order block. Now look, it's all green, right? We got nice wick rejection. And again, that's going to happen, guys. There's 6 minutes left. Do its dance before it closes, and it's like these other candles. So this is why we wait for candle closure, because it tells you what's really going on, right? We don't wait for, we don't try to make decisions while the candle is still doing this thing. And look at this, it's already pushing up more and more and more, right, guys? Guys, I'm telling y'all, dollar is gonna make a comeback. It looks like today, and I'm here for it, guys. That dollar CHF play, oh, it's gonna be the play. Beautiful, guys. So let's look at some of our majors really quick. Odd dollar beginning to fall just a little. Euro dollar beginning to fall, guys. If you want, right, you can sell now, right? Again, I'm just letting you know your options. You can sell right now, right? Because we can forecast what the dollar is most likely going to do. Okay, so you can sell now with your stop right above the high of yesterday, and you'll probably survive the trade, and you'll make a lot of money as begins to fall, especially when news hits. Okay, pound dollar falling. Okay, New Zealand dollar, not quite falling yet, but guys, it probably will fall. Okay, I'm actually in New Zealand dollar. Right, here we go. Really, who knows, right? But guys, this is what it is: selling these, buying these, or potentially buying these. I'm not touching US, but US dollar CAD and dollar CHF for sure. I'm going to buy. Well, I've already bought, but I'll probably buy the dollar CAD. I just need more bulls to show up, and again, I'll probably catch 80 to possibly more. Maybe 100 pips out of that. All right, let me see this GJ. All right, guys, GJ is good for a sell right now. Let me give you guys this play. All right, so this is what my team is in currently. All right, so take GJ. All right, we can take that right now. Wildlife with Arif. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hope you can hear me okay, and I hope you are learning. If you got questions, please ask. I'll be more than happy to answer you. All right, 591. Please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button for me also, guys. It means a lot. All right, pound JPY is the play for now. Oh, forgive me. Okay, that was the entry. So hold on. Let me do this again. Pound JPY. All right, entry is this 87.591. Okay, stop loss is here, and that's for 41 pips. Take profit. It's here, and that is for 260 pips. All right. So you guys can see my team, we are already in profit. Okay. It broke yesterday's low. It also broke a rising channel. I told you guys, right? So watch this. Falling channel. Okay. On the USD CHF. Okay. And now on the dollar JPY, we had a rising channel right here. Kaboom. Right? So I need to paint this right. It's not really green because it's falling, but it's like this. Kaboom and kaboom. Right? Falling channels, rising channels. Let's see it again. Falling channels, rising channels. Guys, I'll get you paid, all right? Or at least knowing this will get you paid, right? Not necessarily me, but here it is. Okay? Setting some alerts. Know that it is continuing to go in our direction. Our odd dollar alert just gone off to probably let me know that it is falling. You guys sell, 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 or at least look to sell. All right. Make your own decisions. Don't just go off of what people say, right? It needs to make sense to you, right? Yes, I have a good idea of what's going on, but do you, right? Do you have a good idea? How do you know what I'm saying is, good or bad, right? You know what I mean? It's you have to be able to know that and discussions you feel like, hey, that doesn't make sense to you. Bang, why are you doing that? Like that doesn't make sense to me. I see this or I see that, right? And we can iron it out ending with one another. But ultimately it's going to boil down to whatever you know see fit. All right, we're at the top of the hour, so guys, really quick, I want to go over these indices. All right, Nas, to be honest with you guys, is consolidating right between the high and the low, but I'm going to set a few alerts because what what you guys can see is I'm in a sell, right? I'm in a sell on it. And I got this nice evening star candlestick pattern that happened right at the high. And if you can see, we hit the high once, hit it twice, barely got to it, but kind of got in the area 3 times. And now, we haven't gone above that. We haven't broke yet. And we're starting to go lower and lower. And as the dollar is looking way more bullish, now I'm ready. I'm ready to go on the dollar. We got the break, we got the retest, falling wedge into major support with this candle closing in 17 seconds as a bull candle. Dollar's going to take off, guys. All right. So US 30, I'm expecting it to drop. You guys can see. All right. Oh, wait. Was it Nas? Sorry, Nas. Nas, I'm expecting it to drop, and I'm going for roughly 1 second. About, guys, y'all know that the indices have been doing numbers. Okay. It just kept making new highs, new highs, new highs. Like, let's look at it, right? Look at that. Just completely destroying the market. But now we've consolidated, right? And look, you can see it here. Consolidate. Look, the rise, consolidation, drop, right? Let me see if we got another one. All right, we can't see it, so that's the main one I see. But guys, I think we're gonna drop, and it could be a huge drop, right? Way more than what I'm looking for. But as the week, within a week's time, we can definitely, do 400 a day on these indices all of last week. Like, look at this one candle right here. So this was what, a 386 move. And again, that was a day, right? One day, 386. Here's another day, 300 and some odd pips. Look, another day, another day, another day. So it's highly possible for us to catch, this move today, especially with the news that we have on the dollar, probably being a catalyst to it all. All right. So I'm bearish on NAS. I'm also bearish. I'm sorry, my stop loss. I didn't set it. So here we go. That's where I'm going to put it. And then I'm going to aim. Come on. So I guess it didn't. Oh, it did place it down there. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, right here is where I'm going to aim. I know it's ambitious, but again, the way I play it is once it makes all this big move, I lock in profits. It's a risk-free trade. If it wants to continue falling, well, it's good for me, right? You know what I mean? But that's how I'm going to go about that. And I'll give you guys this play in a second. I just want to look at SPY. Yeah, I'm bullish. I'm sorry, bearish on SPY as well. I can see from the daily here that, again, we are respecting the high and the low of the previous day. We're just consolidating within it, but we did break. Like you can see, we're not break, but we're going lower today than we were yesterday. All right, so now just again coming to the lower time frame to see what's what. Got that break of the trend line. Got these lower highs that were created. That was an order block before it broke structure, right? Made a new low, a lower high, and now I think we're gonna head down. Just gonna set the alerts, and I'll give you guys the play on these indices. But again, make sure that it makes sense to you, right? If it doesn't look like a sell to you, don't take it for a sell. All right, it's just that simple. So here we go. Okay, now actually I'm going to bring my stop loss down on SPY because I got in at the tippy top here and then, I'm putting it behind here, behind that wick. All right, and again, I may, okay, no, I'm going for the gusto. All right, so here is SPY, and then we can wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. SPY, sell now. Okay, entry will be, SPY is at 45, 46 right now. Okay, stop loss will be 45.69. And take profit will be 44.16. All right, guys, please hit that like and subscribe button for me. All right, US 30. All right, US 30. Sell now. Entry is price is at 35338 currently. Okay. Stop loss is going to be here, and your take profit will be here. All right. Again, guys, hit that like and subscribe. Last one, NAS. Okay, guys, and just I think that GJ is going to play out very nicely. All right, NAS. So now, okay, your entry is going to be 15954. Okay. Stop loss is going to be 16051. Take profit is going to be 15499. Okay. And this all looks very, very promising. Okay, guys. Now, yes, anything can happen, right? We can talk about how we're going to lose it. We can talk about how it's going to reverse. That's all possible, right? The market can do whatever the hell it wants, right? But even with you knowing all that, what are you going to do, right? that's that's what it boils down to every single time. At the end of the day, mildew or barbecue, what you going to do, right? Well, I'm a barbecue, all right? Because all that thinking about all that stuff, yeah, that's one thing, all right? That's one side of the coin. But what if you win it? What if you're right in your assessment, right? What if it actually, goes further than you thought it could have? How do you think you'll feel? What do you think that'll look like? Okay, guys, you got to take your chance, right? We get up, this morning, we're going to head out into the world. We're going to be taking plenty of chances, right? On a lot of things, which road we take, what we eat, you name it, right? It's all risky, okay? So take the risk, guys. All right, that's all I'm really getting at. Let's take a look at the dollar one last time. All right, getting a little, push down, but we know what it is. All right, looking for it to go up later today. Again, we saw this movie earlier on this candle, right? This doesn't look like a bear candle anymore, does it? Right? But it is what it is. So just getting those alerts going. I really care more about it rising than I care about it falling. All right, dollar CHF doing this little thing. Gold not doing too much. Again, oil may break out and rise up. NAS, we're expecting it to fall. US 30 to fall, SPY to fall, and then we got into GJ, which looks very good for a drop. Okay. There's probably more here, guys, but you guys need to join my Discord. All right. Forexwithbain.com is the website. And on there, you guys will see the link to join my Discord. Don't miss out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're trying to learn, you want to understand. This is the best place for you to be. I promise you. All right, very hands-on, very active, right? And I won't put you through a ringer, right? I'm not gonna have all this stuff that doesn't make any sense, and people all over the place. Everything about my community is very structured and very broken down, right? Things are in layman's terms, and I'm not trying to sell you, right? I'm not trying to do all of that. I'm trying to teach you, right? I want you not to be under my wing. I want you flying on your own, right? Because whether you make money or not, whether you learn or not, I'm going to be okay, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not going to affect me, so I'm not pushing you for anything except, greatness and understanding what's going on, right? So please, if you want to, just see a change, come on over. The water is very, very fine. All right. But in the meantime, in between time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for getting up and rocking with me. I appreciate that. Please, share the channel, join the Discord, hit the like and subscribe, and you know, next time. All right. Tuesday, we're right back at it, and we actually have a live tonight in my Discord. So if you guys want to take a part of that, because there's some major news that's happening later tonight that will also be a catalyst for some of these other pairs that we didn't really quite get a chance to review. All right, so just come on over and check us out. All right, peace, guys. Be good.